Hello friends! In this episode we bring you some of the most amazing watches. We all love watches, but apart from telling the time, what an analog watch can do. So, it can do some of the most innovative and amazing thing, as we will see in this episode. But before going further, don't forget to subscribe us and hit the bell icon to get the latest tech news. Here comes the most amazing Jacob & Company Oprah watch, which ditches the conventional chimes in favor of a complete 120-note music box that plays on demand. And if that isn't enough, the mechanism rotates around the dial in a tiny ballet as it plays. Its mechanism is displayed under a cover of a sapphire crystal, showing its two huge pin-stud cylinders and pair of tuned metal cones. In the more ornate variants, the latter are covered in a tiny grand piano top and metallic music stand. The Oprah comes in 3 variants and 2 finishes. One is a simple version showing off the movement, and other 2 have decorative covers with either a tiny dancing couple or a miniature Don Corleone from The Godfather. These figures act as spectators when the pusher at 2 o'clock is pressed. The music box plays a melody, and the entire assembly, including the subsidiary time display, rotates 120 degrees around the dial in 20 seconds. The rotation also includes the bespoke, manually wound JCF M02 caliber's triple axial tourbillon that does its own ballet with its inner cage turning every 40 seconds, the middle cage every 3 minutes, and outer cage every 8 minutes. In addition, a patented differential gear system is used to keep the subsidiary dial and hands in the proper 12 o'clock orientation as the dial rotates. One of the more unusual watches has come to an end with MB&F's release of its horological machine number 6 Final Edition wristwatch. MB&F is notorious for its mixing of playful out-of-the-world designs with some serious mechanical work under the bonnet. The Final Edition looks more like a spacecraft than a watch, and the use of stainless steel for the 52mm case and blue color motif on the platinum oscillating weight, numerals and marking only accelerates this. In the HM6 manner, the hours and minutes are displayed under the sapphire domes, perpendicular to the case, and are run by conical gears. Meanwhile, the automatic bespoke 68 joule caliber and its 475 components are protected from overwinding and other stresses by air resistance from 2 turbines to increase its longevity. Another feature is the watch's flying tourbillon, which is under its own dome with a retractable shield to protect the revolving cage's lubricants from the damaging effects of ultraviolet lights, as it helps to protect the mechanism's accuracy. This blends in with the case's biomorphic curves to create a distinctive retro-modernistic feel. According to MB&F, this is the second tourbillon made by company and the first flying tourbillon. The Final Edition has a 72-hour power reserve and a frequency of 2.5 Hz. The stainless steel case is made of 85 parts, has 9 domed sapphire and 1 flat one for the reverse, and it is water resistant to 30 meters. The strap with matching steel buckles is made for alligator hide. Some wristwatches tell time, others try to do a bit more. Case in point is Swiss watchmaker Bowie's new Recital 22 Grand Recital. This timepiece also shows the dance between the Earth, Sun and Moon, with a flying tourbillon playing the part of the Sun. You can tell the time with it, though it does take a bit of practice because of the way the hours, minutes and seconds are displayed. But what really stands out is the astronomical theater at the heart of the watch. Down at the 6 o'clock's position is the Recital 22 Grand Recital's flying tourbillon carriage, which is raised above the surface of the movement and surrounded by a titanium carriage bridge. Riding on it is a handcrafted three-dimensional representation of the sun. The tourbillon rotates every 60 seconds with an indicator fixed directly to the carriage wheel to count off the seconds in 20-second increments. At the 12 o'clock position, there is a three-dimensional northern hemisphere that rotates anti-clockwise once every 24 hours, with the hour displayed by a three-dimensional polished titanium hand situated between the tourbillon and the globe. It has a map with luminescent surface and clouds. Each watch is customized for the buyer to a chosen location set on the Earth-Sun axis at midday. Meanwhile, orbiting the Earth map is a tiny moon that circles once every 29.53 days, exactly equivalent to the moon's period. The moon itself is a black and white sphere to show the lunar phase. Also, on dial are the retrograde, minute and power reserve indicators. And sapphire crystal beneath the main face crystal magnifies the view of the movement as well as the date indicator window. On the reverse of the watch, beneath another sapphire crystal, is a perpetual calendar. The hour, day, month and leap year indicators are run by a retrograde mechanism. Adjustment to the calendar can be made to each individual indicator or by using a pusher that simultaneously adjusts all the timepieces functions. All of this is powered by an in-house designed and built manually wound caliber. Sporting 472 components, it has a 9-day power reserve and manages 18,000 vibrations hours. The movement boasts a specially balanced double-sided flying tourbillon with the sprung balance and an escapement position on the either side of the central attachment point. Urwerk's UR100 SpaceTime wristwatch doesn't just display the time. It also shows how far the Earth travels. The UR100 uses 3 sets of indicators to show how far in kilometers the Earth rotates and moves in its orbit. The UR100 SpaceTime, the makers indulged in some lateral thinking by demonstrating that if you look at in the right way, the watch doesn't just mark time, it also marks space. The hands of this watch doesn't just record an abstract like time, but also the distance the Earth moves through the day or the distance it moves in its orbit. The UR100 has 3 main display sets, 3 hands in a triangular formation. The simplest is the time display at the 6 o'clock position, where the hour is displayed and the minutes are pointed to by a red arrow on the indicator on the bottom of the dial. At the end of an hour, the arrow disappears under the subsidiary dials and is replaced by another one in rotation. At the 10 o'clock position is another indicator, which marks how far a point on the Earth's equator travels in kilometers every 20 minutes, which is 555 kilometers, based on the average rotation speed. At the end of the 20 minutes, the pointing arrow vanishes and is replaced as with the minute indicator. Finally, at the 2 o'clock position is the distance traveled by the Earth in its orbit every 20 minutes, based on average speed, which comes to 35,740 kilometers. The UR100 SpaceTime is powered by the 39-joule automatic UR12.01 caliber with a 48-hour power reserve and a frequency of 4 Hz. The movement's rotor is of a larger diameter and lower mass. The orbit satellites and hands are made of a beryllium bronze alloy with a triple base plates in corrosion-resistant anti-magnetic alloy. The surfaces are finished with circular graining, sanding and brushing, while the hour minutes indicator are in super luminova. As to the 41mm case, it's available in UR100 Iron Edition, which is made of coated titanium and steel, or the UR100 Black Edition, which is also titanium and steel with black DLC coating. The sapphire crystal makes it water resistant to 100 feet. Hong Kong-based watch firm Swiss Reimagined has come with its SNGLRTY wristwatch, which uses a single hand to display both hours and minutes. This uses a combination of a single moving hand and counter-rotating minute dial that frames minute readout next to the current hour. The constant heavy Singularity takes a different approach called one-hand indication. Instead of using two hands, it has single R hand with a circle in it to frame numbers in a rotating minute disc that's designed to line up with its current R. In this way, it's possible to read the time at a glance. Meanwhile, a separate second disc on the dial axis and a date window at 6 o'clock complete the set. Singularity comes in 3 variations with a choice of caliber and finish option. The OHI-4 is available with automatic 25 Joule, 4 Hz and SW300 1 movement with a 42-hour power reserve. It's available in 90 variations of finishes as it's a middle grade OHI-3 series, which differs in sporting an elaborate execution Stellia SW301 with similar performance and specifications. The most economical is OHI-2 series with a standard execution Stellia SW201 movement with 26 joules, 38-hour power reserve and a more restricted choice of finishes. All models of the Singularity line as set in the 40.50 mm stainless steel case, water resistant to 100 meters. The premium grade have a double domed or flat sapphire crystal and a mineral glass back. The single hand is made of diamond cut brass and rhodium or PVD blue finish, while the second hand is also brass with red printing. So friends, if you like this video, then give us a thumbs up and share the video. We will meet you with the next video. Till then, keep watching Incredible Inventions.